I'm Andrew Harse, owner at Harse Autocraft. My roles around here, if you look at the website, I'm Mr. Everything. So I started off 10 years ago by myself, so I literally had to do everything. Thankfully now I have a crew that are specialized and gifted in ways more than I am. So a typical day-to-day thing here is more body shop focused. So there's a lot of sanding. So there's guys carving away, and it's not just sanding, that too. There's a craft to sanding. You're actually sculpting, you're shaping. Guys use these blocks like it's an extension of their body, and every pass there's passion in that. So that's a lot of the day-to-day here is shaping and blocking, and then there's spraying. Obviously, there's many different levels of just paint before you get there, lots of primers. There's also fabrication. There's a metal shop there, so you get to create stuff again out of metal. There's something that doesn't exist that we need to make because it's a creative aspect of the car, or we have to create something that you can't get the part for, and we're replicating what something once was. So there's all kinds of different tasks, but they all kind of come down to that raw either metal work, body filler sanding work, and then the spraying at the end. We got an open door. Clients are welcome here anytime. They can come on in, they can see what's happening to their cars, they can talk to the guys working on the cars. It gives them motivation too when you're dealing direct to the client. So it's really important actually to have a client and co-worker relationship on the stuff that we're doing. One of our most notable builds, I guess, is when back in 2017. So it's one of our first kind of getting our feet wet into this custom car market. There was a client of ours we were doing used cars for. Through him knowing us, he thought, hey, you know what? I think I can do another project where we do full paint on. I think I trust Andrew enough to do that. So the project was a 47 Buick that he picked. He just loved the lines on it. It wasn't a super, I guess, sought after popular car, but it is a very good looking car. So that car was a resto mod of that vintage era. And it was riding on Art Morrison chassis and got a brand new crate engine and all that. So we got to do all the body and paint work to that car. And that car was the first that we would have brought to a show that we were kind of unfamiliar with as well, Detroit Autorama, where they have the Grade A and the Riddler Award. So I've never been to a big show like that. So it was pretty nerve-wracking. Our work, which in an industry that I was fairly new to, was going to be under these lights of Cobo Hall. And it was like, I was really anxious, what is our work actually going to look like? So when you show up to Cobo Hall and you're walking in and you actually see, you're walking past all the cars, all these Grade A contenders, and it's just a pit in your stomach because you're like, oh, this stuff is beautiful. But then you come up and you see that Buick and it looks as good. So that was a good first experience. That car then went on to Barrett-Jackson at the auction down at Palm Beach. And they pumped that car. It was on the cover of the magazine. They had it at the gala beforehand. And it ended up being the top selling car of that weekend. So it was a huge feature. It was a big, hair sticking up on the back of your neck moment for us to see our work. The stuff they said about that car on the mics when they were selling it.
Because just the attention to detail, how meticulous the build is.
I want to see the definition of a resto mod. This is absolutely a pristine example. Flawless, upside down, backwards, sideways, inside, outside.
And from there, I wouldn't say it just instantly overnight flipped to doing all that stuff, but it's been a gradual from that to we are now predominantly just building resto mods and custom paint. If there's one thing that I want Harse Autocraft to be remembered for, it's that we were trustworthy, that we were able to perform tasks in a way that was fair, that we're not in it for ourselves, we're not in it for the money. We're in it to have fun, we're in it to deliver a product that people talk about and like, so kind of like we're creating art.